get a chance to be with our families, friends. And this is actually the first time getting in the gym, have time to get in the gym, actually practice instead of being on the road and just watching film and doing stuff like that. But this is our first time being in the gym around each other like this. This is great. Like you said, being able to get rest, sleep comfortable in our own beds, and have a clear mind before this game tomorrow.
Did you like having those days off?
Uh,
The days
yeah.
in between?
I mean, of course, you always want days in between games or to get your rest, to get your treatment, to be prepared for the next game. But, being able to have multiple days before a game is always great too. You get your rest, you get to watch film, fix things, come in the gym and actually work on the things you need to fix, which is always great, when you need to prepare for someone.
What do you think the biggest adjustment that you guys need to make against the Knicks? Obviously, you don't have Franz. You have Franz in that first game, but looking at everything else from that game, what did you take away from that, and what adjustments do you have to make for Sunday?
We can't beat ourselves, I would say. We had a lot of miscommunication, a lot of turnovers that cost us down the stretch, and also for us actually doing the game plan. Our game plan was try to take away their threes and force them into tough twos, and a lot of that we didn't do. So a lot of that falls on us and what we can apply to the team.
When you guys kind of look back at this first third of the season, you guys have had guys in and out a bit, but one thing you guys always talk a ton about is kind of maintaining your standard and making sure that you guys play that no matter who's on the floor. When you guys kind of look back and review, now that you've had a little bit of time to reflect on this first third of the season, what does that say about your group and its ability to do that?
I mean, it's just a tough group. Like you said, we've had injury and players in and out throughout the season. But for us, like you said, it's our standard that we hold each other accountable for. And then just having that next man up mentality. We missed them guys, P5 and Franz. But like right now, it's the next man up. The guys, we have to do it as a team, collective, and continue to play together.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Good. Kristen, I think prior to this break, the longest you had in between games was 2 days off.
Yeah.
To have 4 days in between, how good was that for your group to get rest, refocus, and have some practice time?
Yeah, it's great just to kind of lay low for a day or two, kind of focus on yourself, focus on the off-the-court stuff. I know a bunch of the guys got families at home, so I'm pretty sure they enjoyed the time at home with their kids and stuff. And then it was also weird because we actually had a practice. I'm used to 4 years of drilling and practice damn near every day. So it was kind of fun to get back in the gym and kind of have this training camp vibe.
Kind of to that point, now that you've had a few days to maybe reflect, how have you feel like you've adjusted to the rigors of the NBA schedule and how constant the games are?
Yeah, I mean it definitely catches up to you. That's what they always tell you from the get-go. So I definitely can feel that. But as you said, we had 4 days off, which kind of it's a good time to get your body right, get your mind right, and a little break is always good.
How would you describe yesterday and today's practice? What do you think you guys got out of this fair practice time?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we went over some stuff to clean up, especially from these last couple of games. A couple looks that you can't cover in 7 days of training camp are kind of harder to see on film. We just got to go out there and walk through it, experience it. So it was good for us. One day was a little bit more mental. One day we actually went kind of at it. So it's good.
When you kind of look back at this first third of your rookie season, how would you assess the way that you've played, whether it's been in your various roles or kind of just the way the team has played with you on the floor? How would you assess that so far?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to stay steady with it. The learning is still still pretty obvious. I feel like there's still some stuff that I just have to get adjusted to, and most of that is just being out there and actually going through the experience and going through the reps in game situations. So I feel really happy that I've gotten the chance to play a lot and play some really big minutes in close games and stuff like that. So I feel like I've earned a certain amount of trust from the coaches, from my teammates to be out there, and I'm just trying to stay at it. Keep working on my game and figure it out on the fly, like I'm doing it.
Watching yourself play on tape, where do you feel like you've gotten better through the first 27 games of the season?
Just being, kind of being aggressive in the situations that allow me to be aggressive. Kind of picking my spots where I want to attack. Just making the right plays. Being with various lineups, obviously it kind of changes. I don't think I've gotten the chance to actually play with Paolo before, but when Franz is in there, it's a little bit different than when you're out there with other guys. So it's been a good experience all around.
You just mentioned you haven't had the chance to play with Paolo, but he's obviously been somebody that's on the sideline. A lot of guys have talked about how active he's been still despite his absence. What has he been like on the Magic sideline so far?
Yeah, I mean, he's been very vocal. He brings a lot of energy off the bench, which I think is really good for us, especially on the road. And every time somebody subs out, he's right there, kind of telling people what he sees and kind of giving his input on the game, which is amazing because he's been playing at such a high level. So definitely advice from a guy like that from the sideline is always good.
You guys saw the Knicks not too long ago. What are some of the challenges they present for your group?
I mean, they're experienced group. They know how to play. So we just got to know what our game plan is and stick to that, and make sure that we execute it. Yeah, I mean, last game was kind of, so just got to get back at it.
Thanks, Tristan.
Thanks for real.